Oh, Batman's overrated. He's been beaten, broken, and humiliated more times than you think. Today, we're exposing the Dark Knight's biggest failures. From getting wrecked by Wonder Woman and outsmarted by a teenager, to the trauma of Jason Todd's death and his embarrassing capture involving Christmas lights. We'll even cover how Bane didn't just break his back, but shattered his entire spirit. Get ready to see a vulnerable, defeated Batman stripped of his invincible facade. Kicking off our list is a battle that shattered the illusion of Batman's invincibility. In JLA, A League of One, Batman faces off against Wonder Woman, and it's not pretty. Now, we all know Diana is a demi-goddess, a warrior princess with the power of the gods on her side. But what makes this defeat so humiliating for Bats is the sheer dominance displayed by Wonder Woman. She doesn't just win, she utterly dismantles Batman, leaving him battered, bruised, and questioning his place among these superpowered beings. This fight is a brutal reminder that even Batman, with all his gadgets and martial arts prowess, is still just a man facing a literal goddess. It's a humbling experience, to say the least. This one's a real blow to the ego, folks. Imagine dedicating your life to becoming the world's greatest detective, crafting an intricate secret identity, only to have a kid figure it all out. That's exactly what happened in Batman number 441. A young Tim Drake, driven by his admiration for the dynamic duo, deduces Batman's secret identity through sheer observation and intellect. And he doesn't just keep it to himself. Tim confronts Batman and Robin, Dick Grayson at the time, laying out his findings and leaving them utterly speechless. This moment is a testament to Tim Drake's future as a brilliant detective, but it's also a seriously humbling moment for Batman. His secrets, his carefully constructed persona, cracked by a teenager. Ouch. Frank Miller's Batman Year One is a masterpiece that redefined the Dark Knight's origin, but it also gave us one of his most humbling defeats. We see a young, inexperienced Bruce Wayne still honing his skills, taking on a group of street thugs, and guess what? He gets thrashed. This isn't a tactical retreat, it's a full-on beat down. This defeat is a crucial moment in Batman's development. It's a harsh reality check, showing him that all his training and fancy gadgets mean nothing if he can't adapt to the unpredictable nature of street-level crime. This experience forces Bruce to rethink his approach, ultimately leading him to embrace the theatrics and fear tactics that define the Batman we know today. But it all started with a brutal, humbling defeat. Okay, this one is just plain embarrassing. In The Widening Gyre, Batman, the master of stealth, the terror of the underworld, finds himself in a predicament that's more comical than threatening. He's captured by the villain Cornelius Stirk and tied up in Christmas lights. Yes, you heard that right. The Dark Knight, bound by festive decorations, with a ball gag in his mouth, completely at the mercy of his captor, and he has to be saved by Robin. It doesn't get much worse than that. But then, to make matters worse, after threatening a group of mobsters, the heat from one of the explosions causes Batman to have an involuntary bladder spasm. The look of utter humiliation on Batman's face in that panel, made even worse by the bright red costume of Nightwing standing over him, is one of the most pathetic moments in Batman's history. This moment is a low point, a reminder that even Batman can have an off night, and sometimes the results are hilariously unfortunate. We can't talk about Batman's defeats without mentioning the one that broke the bat. In the legendary Nightfall storyline, Bane, a villain as intelligent as he is strong, orchestrates a calculated assault on Batman. He weakens him both physically and mentally before delivering the final, devastating blow. Bane breaks Batman's back over his knee, a moment that sent shockwaves through the comic book world. This isn't just a physical defeat, it's a symbolic breaking of Batman's spirit. It forces him to confront his own limitations and the very real possibility that he might not always be there to protect Gotham. The image of a broken Batman, defeated and vulnerable, is one that's seared into the minds of every Bat fan. This one hits hard, folks. A Death in the Family is a story that forever changed Batman's world. The Joker, in one of his most heinous acts, brutally murders Jason Todd, the second Robin. This isn't just a defeat, it's a catastrophic failure. Batman's inability to save his own partner, his surrogate son, leaves him consumed by guilt and grief. The death of Jason Todd haunts Batman for years, shaping his future decisions and making him even more ruthless in his pursuit of justice. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of Batman's war on crime, a cost that he bears heavily on his shoulders. This event was so devastating that it drove Batman to almost kill the Joker. He was also extremely hesitant to take on another partner, fearing that he would lose another Robin. Remember earlier when we talked about Batman being outsmarted by a kid? Well, this time his own creation turns against him, with devastating consequences. After having his memory erased by the Justice League, Batman, in a moment of paranoia, creates a powerful surveillance satellite called Brother Eye to monitor metahumans humans, including his own allies. But as often happens in these stories, Brother Eye falls into the wrong hands and is used to unleash chaos, leading to the death of Blue Beetle and putting the Justice League at risk. When the truth comes out, Batman is forced to confess his actions to the League, resulting in his expulsion. Talk about a plan backfiring in the most spectacular way possible. This moment highlights the dangers of Batman's paranoia and his tendency to take matters into his own hands, even when it means betraying the trust of his friends. In the iconic Tower of Babel storyline, we see the dark side of Batman's preparedness. It's revealed that Batman has developed detailed contingency plans to neutralize each member of the Justice League, should they ever go rogue. These plans, designed to exploit their individual weaknesses, are stolen by Ra's al Ghul, who uses them to systematically take down the League. This act is a profound betrayal of trust. While Batman's intentions might have been rooted in a desire to protect the world, his methods are ruthless and ultimately backfire. The Justice League is left reeling, and Batman's reputation is severely tarnished, leading to his expulsion from the team. Tower of Babel is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked paranoia and the importance of trust, even among heroes. It showed that the Bat family might be the biggest threat to Batman. Scarecrow, the master of fear, has always been one of Batman's most psychologically challenging foes. But in the Nightfall saga, Scarecrow delivers a blow that's both terrifying and deeply personal. He doses Batman with a potent fear toxin, forcing him to relive his most traumatic experience, the death of Jason Todd. This isn't just about inducing fear, it's about breaking Batman's spirit, forcing him to confront his deepest guilt and grief. We see Batman, the symbol of unwavering resolve, reduced to a state of utter terror and despair. It's a chilling reminder that even the strongest minds can be shattered by fear and trauma, and that Batman's past can be his greatest weakness. And here we are, at the top of our list, the most devastating defeat in Batman's long and storied career. While Bane's physical breaking of Batman in the original Nightfall was brutal, Tom King's run takes it to a whole new level. Here, Bane orchestrates a meticulously crafted plan to dismantle Batman's life, piece by piece. He isolates him from his allies, ruins his relationships, and systematically destroys everything Batman holds dear. This isn't just about physical pain, it's about the complete and utter psychological destruction of a hero. By the end, Batman is left a broken, empty shell, stripped of his will to fight. This defeat is arguably more devastating than the original Nightfall because it targets Batman's emotional core, leaving him utterly defeated in a way that physical wounds never could. So there you have it. Proof that even the Dark Knight has his kryptonite, or in his case, maybe it's Christmas lights and teenage detectives. We've seen him beaten, broken, and humiliated, proving that beneath the cape and cowl, he's just as vulnerable as the rest of us. But if you think Batman's had it rough, just wait until you see what happens when godlike powers meet human limitations. Click right here to watch our next video, Marvel Mutants Too Powerful for the Avengers, where we explore characters so overpowered, they make Batman's worst days look like a walk in the park. You definitely don't want to miss that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of deep dives into your favorite heroes' biggest wins and most epic fails.